Another YouTube controversy is not what anybody wanted to see. Nobody wants to have your job or where you work be on the front page of the news every single day about doing something wrong again. If you're a YouTube content creator, these are some stressful times. The newest controversy that I wanted to bring up today is about the YouTube Partner Program, which if you're not familiar with is the kind of program that YouTube has put together for content creators to monetize their videos. In other ways, the ability for them to make money when they start their career on YouTube. This is an important aspect. It feels great to get that first couple of dollars from just putting out content that you enjoy making and building an audience. These are one of the more special times of YouTube, and right now it's being really messed with in a bad way. So the big controversy is that YouTube sent an email just a few hours ago saying that the YouTube Partner Program eligibility thresholds will change starting February 20th, 2018. Channels will need to have 4,000 watch hours in the previous 12 months and 1,000 subscribers to be reviewed to join the program. Now these are decent stats. Getting to 1,000 subscribers isn't easy. It took me a few months and consistent uploading and really focusing on this to get to my first 1,000 subscribers. And of course, having 4,000 watch hours isn't the easiest task as well, considering you don't have that many viewers yet and you're still building your channel. But all of this is riding off the back of Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and these other preferential channels getting treatment that is outside the norm for YouTube. How Logan Paul was able to get 600,000 likes and be number 10 on trending with a dead body in the thumbnail is bewildering to every content creator who has ever been a part of YouTube. I'm getting demonetized for not even saying a cuss word. I don't even know how I'm getting demonetized, but you could have a dead body in the thumbnail, be Logan Paul, and still make it to trending. That is something that pissed a lot of people off. And this is because YouTube makes a lot of money off of Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Their watch time, their views, these are things that drive a ton of ad revenue for YouTube, and obviously they get treated like they are big stars. Now the problem is, coming off of this controversy, which is clearly wrong, which has really upset a lot of advertisers, instead of targeting the channels that are doing this type of behavior and getting away with it, they target the channels that are just trying to start out, which is already a very difficult task to do on YouTube in the first place. Imagine if a multi-billion-dollar company like a mining company or an oil company found that their top CEO was insider trading or committed some huge white-collar crime that cost billions of dollars and was totally illegal, and instead of punishing him, they went and cut the pay of the workers' salaries who work in the mine. He gets a few slaps on the wrist, the rich guy keeps on making a ton of money, and meanwhile, the people who are trying to make ends meet get punished for his behavior. As you can tell, this has sparked some serious outrage from the community. Somebody said this on Twitter, and I found it really funny. It's like Logan Paul is the guy who acts super obnoxious, gets everyone kicked out of the club, but because he knows the owners, he's able to stay. It's just, that's what we're dealing with here, and it's just making people have a really sour taste in their mouth. So a couple people have made conjectures as to why this is happening. One of the conjectures that I found interesting off of Jim Sterling's video earlier today was that maybe that these small channels are costing YouTube more than they're actually making. So being real, there are hundreds of hours of content being uploaded to YouTube almost every minute, and a lot of that content is coming from channels who aren't above that million threshold like the Paul brothers or anything super like that. They're coming from channels who are smaller, who are lesser known, but just uploading videos. That's the majority of a lot of the space that's being taken up by YouTube. And maybe it's just the fact that maybe this is YouTube trimming the fat, realizing that, hey, a lot of these smaller channels don't make us enough money, and so therefore we are going to focus our efforts on making sure the channels that do make a lot of money, that do get a lot of views and a lot of watch time, actually have appropriate ads on them, or don't have appropriate ads on them depending on their content. This could be freeing up resources for them to actually target the audience that is bringing in revenue to YouTube, and unfortunately this means that it is kicking out a lot of the opportunity for smaller channels to ever rise to that position of notoriety on the platform. YouTube made a response that they were saying YouTube is now going to be looking more and more at the higher level Google preferred ads running on our biggest creators and hand monitoring those as to whether they are ad friendly for our big advertisers. And I think this is a good step in the right direction, but this has absolutely nothing to do with anyone who's not at the top of YouTube. And that's a big problem for me, because everyone who is at the bottom, the middle, rising up is having to play against the odds in a big way, and it's just frustrating. Now, I know this may not be what you want to hear. I'm going to keep it real right now, so listen up. YouTube is actually acting the way life is. Okay, life is not fair. If you are a celebrity and you have 1 million followers, it's way easier for you to get to 2 million followers than someone to get from 0 to 1 million. When you have notoriety and exposure, it is easier to keep that coming and just grow off of it. That is something that is just a part of our culture, a part of life, and it's a part of momentum. Once you build it, it is easier to keep it going than to start from scratch and get to a place where people care about you. And they are applying this principle to their platform. They're saying, who cares if Jake Paul and Logan Paul are making inappropriate things over and over again and are not setting good role models or good examples of what the type of content that we want to create for YouTube in the future. But because they're getting so many views, because they're already doing so well, we're going to just keep promoting their videos and making sure they end up on trending no matter what, even if they have a dead body in the thumbnail, because they are going to keep driving views and people are going to still be on YouTube and we're going to make more money, blah, 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 blah. And you know what? For a long time, that probably was the right business decision. It probably brought them in more money, more viewers, more engagement, and that's why they kept doing it. But the problem is their long-term view. The long-term view and the relationship that they are potentially ruining here with a lot of their early creators, their younger creators, who may be rising up to the top and in 5 years could be the next Logan Pauls and Jake Pauls. By having poor communication, by playing different rules for different people, you make it so it's a platform that is unstable and that is not trustworthy, and that people who may eventually be your biggest stars, bigger than the ones you have now and better for your platform, are not encouraged to commit to YouTube and are not encouraged to trust this platform to be there for them when they really need it. Now, I know it's really easy to complain about YouTube, guys. Given all that's happened, it seems like it's unfair, it's not fun, and I, looking at not only myself as a content creator who's grinding up to that next level, that next echelon of acknowledgement, viewership, and watch time, watching my fellow comrades who are starting their channels, this is a very discouraging thing to see, and I hope that you all do not stop trying to make it here on this platform. Despite things going wrong, despite things being hard, that does not mean you should quit, and it doesn't mean you should give up on your dreams. Niche markets are amazing. Being able to search up the best basket weaver in the world is what makes YouTube unique, what makes it amazing, because you might just get engaged into something you never thought you'd find fascinating. YouTube isn't special because Logan Paul and Jake Paul come out with a vlog. It's not special because of PewDiePie or Markiplier's latest You Laugh You Lose Reddit compilation. It's also not special because of Selena Gomez's brand new music video that's got 100 million views and is on trending after just one day. YouTube is special because it encompasses everyone and everything, different ideas, different creations, different people coming together about things they're passionate about and things they care about in the world. Remember when actual viral videos were happening a lot on YouTube, when crazy things were being uploaded that were unique, that were shocking, but were entertaining and changed the way people thought about content? Remember when that was happening and not just vlogs or news articles or Jimmy Fallon were trending on the top page? I mean, this has been a tough time, but I've got a suggestion as to how to maybe look forward for it and what YouTube might want to look at doing in order to help alleviate some of the issues and some of the backlash that's coming from this. First of all, I think as creators, we need to understand that YouTube is obviously doing their best to make their platform successful. And as creators, without this platform, we would be nothing. As this platform, without your creators, we would be nothing. What that means is that it is a working relationship. And one of the things YouTube can do better is communicate with its creators more openly and more honestly. And one of the things the creators can do is stop blaming YouTube for everything initially. Maybe take some chances to look around the corner, try and figure out what they're looking for, see how this may help the long term, and not immediately put YouTube into the news front page for something extremely negative. Take it from me, from a developer side in a gaming studio, I understand what's difficult about communicating to your audience. Sometimes you have more information than they do, and I guarantee that is what's happening with YouTube. They are trying to make decisions that are the best for this platform and the best for the sustainability of creators everywhere to be able to be successful. But we may not know all the answers, and so it is important for them to communicate the stuff that's essential for us to know. So transparency, communication, and of course honesty. These are very important qualities that YouTube needs to start sharing more of with their creators. Taking criticism is another good quality that I think YouTube should have, and not just try to say, hey, we're doing everything perfectly, we understand it, here's like the perfect response. We want some admission that things aren't working great, that things can be better, and how you are going to make steps to make them better for everybody, not just channels who already seem to be getting the better end of the stick. And I think it's important to understand that creators also have to give YouTube that same willingness of honesty, transparency, and open communication. We need to let them know what isn't working, why it isn't working, what experiences of ours are stopping us from being creators, or what things need to be better. That is just as important, and just giving negative feedback doesn't get you where you want. YouTube, you must realize that you are a platform of hope. You give people belief that a dream of theirs could be possible, that they could be themselves and be monetized for being themselves and creating and speaking up to an audience that wants to hear what they have to say. You're the ultimate validation for the fact that each one of us as a human being has potential to impact the world. And I want you to continue to be that. Keep being that hope. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in the video game industry. I wouldn't have a job here and be changing my life, getting into esports and gaming and design. Being able to live a life that you love, to share that with other people, and be able to take care of yourself and your family as a result of you sharing that in an effective way is something that I think a lot of people wish they could do. It's a dream job, so don't kill that dream. Please, please let everyone know that you're committed to not only helping the big ones, but the medium ones and the small ones too succeed in finding their dreams. And maybe the biggest lesson here is that you shouldn't, as a small creator, as someone who is struggling on YouTube, let anyone but yourself determine what your dreams are and whether you can make them succeed. I know a lot of us, no matter what demonetization, no matter what rules, would not be here if we didn't believe in ourselves more than anyone else. If the people who told us that our channels and things like that would never be successful actually got into our heads and let us stop what we were doing, so many people, not even Logan Paul or Jake Paul or any of these big guys, would be here today. So despite what YouTube's doing, despite all of this, we need to keep an open communication. We need to be honest about what needs to work. We need to be more transparent with how we're feeling, and YouTube needs to give us that same treatment as well. But more than anything, more importantly, you need to believe in you, and you need to keep on going no matter what. That's my advice. That's what I'm going to do. So hopefully you guys think that's the way to go as well. Keep it locked here for more videos. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this one. And as always, remember to never give up, never stop gaming. And I'll see you all next time.